Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, we're going back to Tribal Town. This is Tribal Angels. It's not really focused on maximum efficiency. Everybody loves Angels. This is a really good, what do I call it? The girlfriend deck, or the wife deck, or whatever, for the player who's kind of casual, who wants to play, and who likes Angels. Anyway, here we go. I'm only running 4 non-basic lands. So let's talk about Radiant first. I chose her because Radiant, for those of you who don't know, was the guardian of Sarah's realm. Sarah created this world, or this plane, rather, and left Radiant to guard it. Now, Radiant didn't like Urza that much because, Urza was there to snuff out all life on her plane. Anyway, I love the fact that she gets +1/+1 for each other creature with flying. There's a lot of stuff with flying. Obviously, our entire deck flies, but your opponents can help this too. Spirits, dragons, vamp, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, that's why I chose her. She's a more obscure angel legend instead of Addison or what have you. I like her. You just don't see her a lot. Obviously, since we are playing mono white, I am running the Amira. And we do have an enchantment theme. And since it does also fit the theme, Sarah Sanctum. Of course, we got to have the sanctuary in the temple. Artifact-wise, I don't have a ton of actual fast mana, but I do have a Soul Ring and a Pearl Medallion, which I remember back in the day, there was nothing greater than turn 1 Soul Ring Medallion of some sort. It was beautiful. It allowed for turn 2 Sarah Angels, which was remarkable. And by the way, since I mentioned Sarah Angel, hey Wizards Art Department, this is Sarah Angel, not the artwork that you're currently printing. Doug Schuler's just a giant among men. They did actually print this in foil form. It was some kind of promo years back. It's still like worth a gajillion dollars. I say that is probably 50 or 60. It got up to 100 at one time. I don't know. But this is what we wanted from the vault instead of from the vault Rebecca Guay. Anyway, back to artifacts. You got to have her sword just because she's amazing. And FYI, I do not have a chroma in here. All my chromas are in use elsewhere. But we have the Mask of Addison, Vince's Journal, because we do tend to be leaning to a real high curve, so we're going to be holding cards for a little while. Hall of Triumph. This is a monocolor artifact. I mean, it's just, I run it in a lot of monocolor decks that rotate around creatures, and this one does. And y'all would be scared if I didn't run a planar bridge for reasons. Anyway, I only have 3 instances. They're not that good. Obviously, Brave the Elements is a mono white deck. There's a lot of things that this just is a 1-mana counterspell for. We have Oblation. I don't know if I've talked about this card before, but I really love Oblation, however you want to pronounce it, because it serves so many purposes. It really does. There are a lot of effects. Sometimes you just want to not lose to commander damage, and that's fine. This puts it back in the command zone, and yeah, they get to draw a couple cards, but it's an instant. You can do it mid-combat or something, and you just don't die. Another way that you can use it is if they have to target something in order to make a spell or ability work, you can Oblation that target and fizzle the spell. You can also save one of your own dudes. If it's your general, you can put your general back in the command zone as opposed to something nasty happening to it, or your own card. Keep in mind when you do it, there is a 2-card draw in it for whoever shuffles. So that's a thing to remember. But it does allow you to get rid of indestructible things. That Darksteel Forge, bye-bye. And of course, STP, because it may be one of the best removal spells in this format, because the life gain really doesn't, I mean, if you're focused on the general damage aspect, that life gain really doesn't mean a lot. Unless they're doing some crazy sovereign shenanigans. Entreat the Angels, I felt like I had to do. It's a miracle. Simply because we are tribal angels. For the same reason why I had to do that particular art on the pacifism. Devout Invocation. This card, I want it in there because it does make angels. However, this is 7 mana, and am I really going to tap my team? Because let's face it, if you're paying 7 mana, you're not going to tap 1 or 2 creatures to get 2 4/4s. No. You're going to want to tap your team. Needless to say, this one will probably come out once I decide on what to put in it. End Hostilities, obviously, I love End Hostilities in EDH because it kills the equipment that's on that too. It kills Ural Miststalker. Man, that all those annoying Kimba decks and things of that nature. Get rid of all that equipment. Of course, we have the Mass Calcify because there again we're playing mono white, and Resurrection. Whoop. Resurrection because, well, it fits our theme and color and all that jazz. Now, as I said, we have a little bit of an enchantment theme, and the reason why is because I just couldn't turn down the Sigil. It makes 4/4 angels. I love it. I think y'all know that. You've seen it in a couple decks before. Now, obviously, that led me to, angel enchantments. So I was like, well, what kind of angel enchantments do we have? Angelic Chorus, so let's gain some life. Angelic Destiny. I even kind of went so far as I was like, well, we got Glorious Anthem. Yes, I'm doing the white border on purpose. White border's awesome. But then I got to looking, and I was like, what do I not normally do in enchantment style decks? Obviously, I want to pump my team. So here again, let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. There's no, in a mono white deck, this should be the first card in the deck. I do not care what the deck does. This is amazing in monocolor, just like Blanchwood Armor in a solid green deck. So, we got Team Pump. Honor the Pure. We have the Dictate. Now, Marshall's Anthem kind of serves a couple functions there. If some of your homeboys die, then you can get them back with the Marshall's Anthem, and it makes them bigger. Now, this is one that a lot of people don't use. All creatures, yes, it's going to help out your opponent if they've got flyers. But more importantly, in my play group, it kills the Abyss. That's right, Mason. It kills your Abyss. Anyway, the Enchant World rule, I think I've covered this once before. The Enchant World rule, there can only be one Enchant World out at a time. If you play an Enchant World, all other Enchant Worlds go away. They are buried or they die or whatever the current wording is. There can only be one. Also, this is kind of neat. This is a team pump that not a lot of people know about because it had lesser devotion. When they started in Eventide, they come up with this ability called Chroma. And Chroma, depending on the color, it checked different things. And then on the card, it may check hand or graveyard or in play. they fine-tuned Chroma because people, for some reason, didn't like Chroma, and they come up with Devotion. So this gives us hope for a decent iteration of all of those bad things of the past. So this proves that it can be done. But anyway, +1 for each mana symbol. That's pretty nuts because some of our angels, got like 3. Spirit Mantle, protection from creatures, seems good. Ethereal Armor, obviously for more enchantments. Not all of my angels have vigilance, so let's make them have vigilance. And that double blocking thing is pretty sweet. Obviously, True Conviction. While it's not exactly Team Pump, it kind of is. Double Strike and Lifelink to your team. 6 mana is pretty hefty, but let's face it, it's kind of worth it. Vow of Duty. Here again, sorry, foreign language. Make your creature better or make one of their creatures not ever attack you. That seems really good. I actually put Knighthood in here on purpose because a lot of people just don't know that it exists. Because, let's face it does not get a lot of love. Now, just spending 3 mana and being down a card to give your team first strike does not seem like very good value, but I think in this deck it might be. Your creatures tend to die toward dragons, because dragons are generally substantially larger than angels. So, and dragons is hell, the format's named after dragons, so it's kind of a popular thing. Mark of Asylum prevents that nasty red-black stuff from happening a lot of the times with the damage and the whatnot. Ivory Mask and O-Ring. Now, let's get to the angels. We have Silver Seraph. Because in EDH, getting Threshold is not a problem. And more than likely, by the time that you actually get the 8 mana to cast this beast, you've got it. Indomitable, here, not that strong. We don't have a heck of a lot of artifacts. So she may go in the long run once I pick up another Achroma. We have Victory's Herald. Amira. Everybody underestimates the Amira Angel. I'm telling you, the Amira Angel is an amazing card. It combos with a whole bunch of different stuff. But she does make it to where I have to have a second type of token. Herald of War. Making your angels cheaper. However, she's 5 mana. By the time that you Sarah Avenger, I felt like I just had to. Angel of Glory's Rise, because let's face it, zombies are popular. Thank you, Walking Dead. Hell, zombies were popular before The Walking Dead came out. Angel of Jubilation. Here again, Team Pump. And this kind of makes it have trouble. Your little combo decks or stuff have a little trouble. Voice of All. Choose a color. She has pro that color. So, Blinding Angel. Now, this is a card that we all saw coming, and it's been around a long time. Obviously, Nemesis there. But to take away somebody's attack step is just amazing. Oh, and by the way, take a real close look at the art. Doesn't it look a little bit like Rogue with wings? Just saying. Of course, we got Addison. A lot of people, why isn't Addison the commander of the deck? Because I already have an Addison deck. And she is an angel. She does kind of help your team a little bit. Hold up. Myriad seems really good with Angelic Chorus when all those copies come out and you gain all that life. So, seems decent. Sunblast Angel is one of the perfect, especially if most of your dudes have vigilance, or all of them, then yours not going to be tapped, and then you can blah. It's like a one-sided wrath. It's pretty much the closest thing White's going to get to in Garrick's Wake. Obviously, Platinum Angel, Archangel of Ties, Sublime, Guardian. Guardian, I really like it because it does shut down the 1-point burst of stuff. Love it. Twilight, Baneslayer. I think Baneslayer is going to get better because it looks like, you know, maybe the next set's going to have maybe a dragon theme or a god theme or maybe be ruled by a dragon. I don't know. But the rest of this is just normal run-of-the-mill angels that you need angel bodies. Well, that is what I have got for today. I do appreciate you watching. It's Tribal Angels. As I said, it's not a lot to it. It's dudes and lands. But as we all know, one ring to rule them all. I do appreciate you watching. But right now, it is time for a shuffle and a cut.